Gore Vidal was born on October 3, 1925 in West Point, New York, U.S. He was an American writer and public intellectual known for his epigrammatic wit, erudition, and patrician manner. Vidal was bisexual, and in his novels and essays interrogated the social and cultural, sexual norms he perceived as driving American life. On July 31, 2012, Vidal died of pneumonia at his home in the Hollywood Hills at the age of 86. Jim Reeves was born on August 20, 1923 in Galloway, Texas, U.S. He was an American country and popular music singer-songwriter. With records charting from the 1950s to the 1980s, he became well known as a practitioner of the Nashville sound. Known as Gentleman Jim, his songs continued to chart for years after his death in a plane crash. He is a member of both the Country Music and Texas Country Music Halls of Fame. He died in Davidson County, Tennessee, U.S. on July 31, 1964. Bobby Van was born on December 6, 1928 in the Bronx, New York, U.S. He is a musical actor and dancer, best known for his career on Broadway and films and television from the 1950s through the 1970s. He was also a game show host and panelist. He died in Los Angeles, California, U.S. on July 31, 1980. Robert A. Taft was born on September 8, 1889 in Cincinnati, Ohio, U.S. He was an American politician, lawyer, and scion of the Republican Party's Taft family. Taft again sought the presidential nomination a third time in 1952 and was widely viewed as the front-runner. However, Dewey and other moderates convinced General Dwight D. Eisenhower to enter the race, and Eisenhower narrowly prevailed at the 1952 Republican National Convention and went on to win the 1952 presidential election. He died in New York City, New York, U.S. on July 31, 1953. Harold Prince was born on January 30, 1928 in New York City, U.S. He commonly known as Hal Prince was an American theater director and producer known for his work in musical theater. Over the span of his career, he garnered 21 Tony Awards, including 8 for directing, 8 for producing the year's Best Musical, 2 as Best Producer of a Musical, and 3 special awards. Over the span of his career, he garnered 21 Tony Awards, including 8 for directing, 8 for producing the year's Best Musical, 2 as Best Producer of a Musical, and 3 special awards. Mitch Miller was born on July 4, 1911 in Rochester, New York, U.S. He was an American choral conductor, record producer, record industry executive, and professional oboist. He was involved in almost all aspects of the industry, particularly as a conductor and artist and repertoire man. He died in New York, U.S. on July 31, 2010. Frederick Coffin was born on January 16, 1943 in Detroit, Michigan, U.S. He was an American film actor, singer, songwriter, and musician. Notable among his various films are Dragonfly, Mother's Day, Without a Trace, A Fine Mess, etc. Coffin was married to actress Barbara Monte. Written from September 25, 1977 to his death on July 31, 2003 from lung cancer. He was a long-time chain smoker. Billy Pierce was born on April 2, 1927 Detroit, Michigan, U.S. He was an American starting pitcher in Major League Baseball between 1945 and 1964, who played most of his career for the Chicago White Sox. He was the team's star pitcher in the decade from 1952 to 1961, when they posted the third best record in the major leagues and received the Sporting News Pitcher of the Year award for the American League in 1956 and 1957 after being runner-up in both 1953 and 1955. He died in Palos Heights, Illinois, U.S. on July 31, 2015.